Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about some iconic celebrity fashion moments that have happened over the years. One of my favorite fashion icons of all time is Princess Diana. People were talking about her street style all the way back then, and this dress in particular is so iconic and has such an interesting story behind it. This dress was made by Christina Stambolin, and she was actually photographed wearing this the day her husband admitted to adultery on national television. This is most definitely a comeback look. This dress was actually in her closet for 3 years before she ever wore it. She thought it was too daring, and then of course on this very iconic day decided to wear it. I'm so glad that this look actually happened. It's so chic, it's so sophisticated, it's certainly ahead of its time. Fast forward to 2014, this is Rihanna at the CFDA Awards. She won the Fashion Icon Award wearing this custom-made Adam Selman dress. She worked with her stylist Mel Ottenberg and Adam on this beautiful piece. This was so show-stopping. This is one of the most iconic looks of all time. People have tried to copy it, recreate it, do different versions of it, but there is nothing like the original. It is all about the matching do-rag. It is so special. The crystal gloves, the fur stole, the nakedness underneath. It really couldn't have been any more perfect than it was. The glam was incredible. Her eye was super dark. This is a look that I will forever, forever, forever love. It was made with 216,000 Swarovski crystals. It's such a special dress, so just congrats to Rihanna, to Adam and Mel for making such an iconic look. This dress is like why I'm in fashion. I know that sounds a little ridiculous, but this is Elizabeth Hurley in 1994 wearing a Versace dress. This was the original dress with the gold safety pins, the high slit, the low neck. This was so ahead of its time. This was so risque at the time. I remember being a little girl and just, I don't know, like it spoke to me. I think it's like the like toughness with the safety pins. I actually have a safety pin tattooed on me, so I don't know, it just kind of speaks to me. And I remember seeing this dress and standing in front of it and like kind of crying. I don't know why, but I love this dress. It really spoke to me, and I'm really glad I got to see it at the Met. This is Lady Gaga in Valentino Couture. I love actress Gaga. I love her all the time, but I really love her as an actress. It is so obvious when she's promoting music versus when she's promoting a movie. This dress, I remember seeing it on the runway and just thinking it needed to have an amazing moment, and of course she gave it that. She arrived to the red carpet on a boat. It was just so beautiful and so special. This is a giant dress that just not anyone could wear. I mean, she's obviously had a million amazing iconic looks, but for me, this one was so special. I love this dress and I love Gaga. This is Jennifer Lopez in Versace, Say Less. Everyone knows this dress. This was at the 2000 Grammy Awards. It had this deep plunging neckline that went all the way down below her belly button. So ahead of its time. No one was dressing like this yet. I remember this like it was yesterday. It was so special. And the cool story about this is most fashion people know that she and Donatella recreated this print 20 years later, and Jen actually walked it down the runway at their show in Milan, and then it was made into sort of different versions. There was a blazer, there was leggings, there was a suit. I love when these fashion houses go back in time and sort of recreate and have these like new moments with the same vibe and the same client, for instance. With the original, there is nothing like the original. The original was the one. When you're talking about iconic fashion, I just feel like you have to mention Marilyn Monroe. There was no one more simple yet sexy, iconic, you know, old Hollywood glam. When you think of old Hollywood glam, Marilyn Monroe is what will show up on a Google search. This was a white collar gown with a white fur stole. She wore this in 1954. It was so special. If anyone knows who made this dress, leave it in the comments below. I just absolutely love everything about this image, the glam, the hair, it all is perfect and has obviously been recreated a million times over by different actresses in Hollywood and just sort of trying to emulate that, like, you know, pin-up, sexy, sophisticated energy, and I just, you know, she is the classic OG. Okay, obviously Rihanna is the queen of the Met Gala. She wins every year, but I had to talk about her Gao Pei gown. This was in 2018. This dress took 20 months to make. It weighed 55 pounds, and it was from a 2010 collection. So 8 years later, this designer is hit up sort of out of the blue a few weeks before the Met Gala. This dress had been sitting in her archive, you know, for 8 years. No one had ever worn it before. And Rihanna's team asked for it for the Met Gala. She had no idea what was obviously to come or if the dress would get worn. It was styled differently than the way the designer showed it, which I love. This was when she was working with Mel Ottenberg. Everything about this, the headpiece, the short hair, the glam. I'm not sure what happened once she got inside, if she changed into something smaller. I'm sure she did, but this was really special. I believe they showed up in a bus. You know, it was not easy for her to get there, and I'm sure she knew, you know, what a moment this was gonna be. But this, for me, will forever be a favorite Met Gala Rihanna moment till the end of time. So if we're talking about fashion icons, I had to include Zendaya. This is custom Balmain and Bulgari jewelry. This was styled by my good friend La Roche. It was inspired by a piece that was already in the Balmain collection, and La and his amazing brain figured out a way to sort of recreate this theme that Balmain was already working with. It almost looks like a statue. This sort of breastplate was actually hard, and then the hair is wet. It's just, it is so special. It took my breath away. It was one of those looks that I will just remember forever. The necklace, I don't know if I would have ever thought to put a green emerald with this dress. You know, like, I just love the way that they think and the way that they work together. I love this. Shout out to Z and to La. I love you guys. When you're talking about fashion icons, we have to mention the beautiful Kim Kardashian. This was one of my favorite looks of hers that she's ever worn. I've never seen anything like it. I've also never seen a waist and a hip and a body quite like this. Clothes are not made this way anymore. They are unbelievably constructed. And I believe the story behind this was like, she was meant to sort of look like a siren, like walking out of water, dripping. That's why there's the crystals, the wet hair, the glowy skin. The whole thing was supposed to sort of tell this, like, you know, like water story. And it was really special. She's beautiful. This was definitely one of my favorite looks of all time. Taking a serious step backwards to 1974, this is Cher at the Oscars. This dress was made for Cher by Bob Mackie. This goes down in the history of like how illusion dresses began. This was like the original. In talking about Cher, there's two looks in particular that I have to mention. They're all Bob Mackie custom made looks. This look was recreated by Kim Kardashian on Halloween, and her friend Jonathan dressed up as Bob Mackie. So I love when people do that. It's like fun to see it be recreated. They did it perfectly. Whoever made it for Kim did an amazing job. This was also Cher in 1973 at the Oscars. This dress, her abs, the hair, the glam, everything about this was so special. I just love Cher. You can't talk about fashion icons without talking about Cher. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I loved making it for you. Leave a comment below and tell me what kinds of other videos like this you want to see from me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.